but I'm sure that it's going to be a little bit smaller in displacement and more efficient, higher horsepower, and it's going to be paired up with electrical motors to make it that much quicker and that much faster.
GM is spending just under $1 billion on a new V8 engine and EV components.
All right, guys, so welcome back. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. If you're new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now we have some good news, and it seems as though the last year or two, if you're a car enthusiast, you are getting creamed with bad news after bad news.
The last Hemi Chargers and Challengers roll off the line at Brampton. It's going to be the end of a legendary era.
Watching these companies get strong-armed into going all electric it's gruesome to watch. That being said, there's a few companies out there that are really looking into other avenues, which is great. You have Porsche looking into synthetic fueling.
After years of promises and millions in investments, Porsche today pumped the first gallons of its fully synthetic fuel into a car.
Actually, they officially released their synthetic fuel, and it's carbon neutral, so I'm sure that that's going to pick up some steam soon. You have a lot of companies like Ford, BMW, Lexus, Toyota, looking into hydrogen combustion and hydrogen fuel cell.
Muscle Cars and Trucks has discovered a patent filed from Ford with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for a combustion engine running on hydrogen.
That being said, GM just announced that they're going to be spending almost $1 billion into their next generation V8.
GM is spending just under $1 billion on a new V8 engine and EV components. Massive investment announced to develop next-gen small block and EV parts. General Motors has announced it intends to spend just under $1 billion to develop its next-generation V8 engine.
But I'm sure that it's going to work its way into performance-minded coupes, sedans, sports cars, compact cars, and whatnot. Now, nobody knows really what the next-generation V8 is going to be looking like, but I'm sure that it's going to be a little bit smaller in displacement and more efficient, higher horsepower, and it's going to be paired up with electrical motors to make it that much quicker and that much faster. I am not a big fan of an all-electric vehicle, but I do appreciate the technology that's behind it, the performance behind it, and I do like the fact that you have cars coming out like the E-Ray, kind of combines all of the benefits of having both of them. And so I believe that that's going to be the next generation, the next evolution of the V8. And I am so sour that Dodge is planning on, not partaking in this and going the route of all EV. I think they're punking out, they're letting the industry kind of do all the legwork, the research, the development, and then they're going to come in, take that technology, and then reintroduce a next generation V8 Hemi. I was hoping that they were going to be pioneers in this industry. I thought that they were going to be investing a lot of money and doing a lot of research on ways to save the V8. And it looks as though Ford and GM and Chevy, all of them are going to be really the pioneers. They're going to be the ones pushing forward and basically saving the V8. And, at least we know that, the V8 will live on. The truck industry is really the reason why the V8 is still around today. It just doesn't make any sense, and it's just not practical for trucks to be all electric. Their range when towing is just terrible, and then you can't have them charging up for an hour on the road. So it just doesn't make any sense, which kind of is the reason why we've seen such advancements and over the years the V8 kind of stick around. So that's really all I have to say about it. It's pretty cool to see Porsche officially release their synthetic fueling, and hopefully that synthetic fueling, new technology, more efficient V8s in the future are going to be all combined with a lot of the advancements that we've seen with all electrical vehicles, and have them all working together, so you don't have to spend all that time on an electrical charger. There's definitely other avenues, and BMW has done it. Ford has a patent on a hydrogen combustion turbo V8. So there's other avenues, and people keep defending Dodge, saying that they're getting forced into this. They're doing this not in their own free will. And it's like, now No, you can't let them off the hook like that. You know, buy the product that's the best, okay? Don't just buy a product if it's inferior because you like the brand. So that's just my thoughts on it. Good news finally for anybody out there that's a car enthusiast. I think we're seeing a lot of stuff come to light. You're seeing the synthetic fuel come to light. You're seeing other companies kind of starting to step up. And it's just unfortunate that one of those companies is not Dodge. And Chevy's going to see the benefits of this next generation of V8. So, all right, guys, I'll check you on the next upload.
GM is spending just under $1 billion on a new V8 engine and EV components. Massive investment announced to develop next-general small block and EV parts. General Motors has announced it intends to spend just under $1 billion to develop its next-generation V8 engine. The company will invest $918 million across 4 of its U.S. sites, of which $854 million will be spent developing the 6th-generation small block V8, and $64 million on supporting EV production. GM's Flint engine operations in Michigan will get $579 million from that total for the bulk of the new V8 block, crank and head machining, as well as assembly. Its Bay City GPS site will get $216 million to build cams, connecting rods and block and head machining, supporting Flint's operation. Meanwhile, Defiance operations in Ohio will get $55 million, the bulk of which will go towards building block castings to support the future V8 program, while $8 million will be used to build a casting development cell for future EV strategies. Rochester operations in New York will get a total of $68 million from the pot, $12 million of which will be used for V8 intake manifolds and fuel rails, and $56 million for battery pack cooling lines for GM's electric cars. GM hasn't revealed any details of the new V8 or indeed the electric car components, other than the fact a 6th generation of its small block V8 will appear in the near future. These investments, coupled with the hard work and dedication of our team members in Flint, Bay City, Rochester and Defiance, enable us to build world-class products for our customers and provide job security at these plants for years to come, said GM's VP of Manufacturing and Sustainability, Gerald Johnson. The teams in Rochester and Defiance are also leading our transformation to an all-electric future, Johnson added. A future that includes a next-generation V8, too.